All right, warming us up here. Let's do some jumping jacks, nice and easy. Boom. Only like 10 years of jumping jacks, guys. You'll be fine. Moving. Good. 10 more quick seconds, nice and easy. Keep a nice simple pace here. Slap the sides if you want. Good. And relax down to the ground for push-ups. Just a nice, easy set of 30 seconds. Go ahead. Nothing crazy, just warming the body up right now. Boom, boom, boom. If you're having a hard time with this, feel free to drop your knees to the ground. As long as you are keeping those toes up, you'll be fine. Good. Just another 10 seconds. Good. And stand on up. Good. Squat position here. Just gonna do a quick set of 20 squats here. Hands out, hands behind your head, on your hip, whatever. Squatting on down. Nice. Do some quick stretches. Take your feet apart, reaching down. Good. This is too easy. Try and get your elbows to the ground. Keeping those legs straight though. Don't want to be out too far. Keeping it back nice and tight. Gets a good solid stretch here. Off to one side. Leading everything with the chest. All the way over to the other side. Good. Back to the middle. Good. Have a seat. One leg out, other leg in nice and tight. Reaching for those toes. Stretching up the hamstrings. Again, trying to lead with the chest, not the head. Good. Switch, other side. Same thing, reaching for those toes. Keep that leg straight. A lot of times we like to bend it. Make sure it stays down, don't let it push up. Feet apart. Same thing here. We like to bend our knees, keep them down nice and straight. Reaching forward as far as you can go. Don't want to see anyone going backwards. Good. Reach into one side. Can reach straight or over the top. Other side. Back to the middle. Good. One leg out, other leg crossing over the top. Opposite arm goes up and over, twisting. This one's a little more for our adults. That's all right. If this is too easy, take the straight leg, pull it in. Give you a little better stretch. And switch, whatever leg was just up, goes out or curled in. And then switching to the other side. Stretching out your back a little bit, your hip, all sorts of good stuff. Good. On your back, take one knee, pull it into your chest. Give it a nice squeeze, keeping the other leg straight and on the ground. And switch. Deep breaths while you're stretching. Don't hold your breath, that's bad. Good. Both knees real fast. And then up for the butterfly. Bottoms of your feet together. Good. Bring those feet as tight as you can. Pushing your knees down as far as you can go. Trying to get your chest down. Reaching forward as far as you can go. Hold it there. Good. And stand on up. Chumbi. All right, what's up guys? We're gonna go over our second warm-up challenge. Yesterday we did the plank challenge where if you hold it for 15 seconds, that counts as a point. Now today we're gonna be doing push-ups. Now we're gonna count every 3 push-ups as a point. But since we do push-ups so often in class, instead of just doing regular old push-ups here, we're going down and up. I want to add just an extra challenge on top of that even, where you can use any sort of like ball. Keep in mind that if you're using a ball for stability, you gotta be a little careful. I'm gonna use a medicine ball here because that's what I have, but you can do this with any ball, like a soccer ball or things like that. Again, just be super careful with this, please. Don't need anyone going over the top. But you take your hands on the ball, however you wanna grip it there. You do a push-up here on the ball, and then as you're coming up, you spread your hands out, and then you go down. Again onto the ball, bring your chest there. Now on the way back up here, you want to try and push and explode up onto the ball. So like that'd be 1, 2, 3. So there's my first point. And you just keep going, as many as you can. Working those explosive muscle movements helps a lot with your guys' punches, your blocks, things like that. If you don't have a ball, you don't want to try that, do the same thing where you just do your normal push-ups, but you push up off the ground a little bit. Maybe try and go for a clap. Anything like that. What's up guys? So today we're going to be working on drill number 1 for our advanced belt students. We've got Mr. Yang helping out here today. So we're going to be working on our outside forearm blocks, just a basic forms drill. Remember, outside forearm blocks are just a closed-handed pseudo block. So we're going to do back stance, outside forearm block, front leg front kick, transition to a front stance, and punch. Good. So Chumbi, folding for that outside forearm block. Left hand first, because we're going to step with the left first. Hits that back stance nice and strong. Boom. Picks up his front leg nice and strong. Front kick, out back. And then transition to a punch. Good. The big focus on this is to make sure that we really get those hips to turn all the way over. Make sure that your feet transition. He's going to do it again. Now his punching hand folds on top. Other hand is, of course, facing forward because that's where the block is going. Go ahead. Back stance, outside forearm block. Front kick and punch. Oh, yeah. Boom. Notice the stance, the block, the punch all hit at the same time. Fold and hop. Oh, yeah. Good. For this drill, you can kick with either a pointed toe or a flexed foot. Doesn't really matter. Try both a few times so that way you can realize some of the differences between the two as far as feeling them goes. He's going to do one more forward, then we're going to start going backwards. And hop. Oh, yeah. Good. Make sure by these belt levels we're really paying attention. These stances need to be perfect now. Notice everything's facing the front. Not going to spend too much time on that today. Make sure you keep your knees bent, back leg straight if it's a front stance, letter L if it's a back stance. Going backwards now. And hop. Oh, yeah. Good. And hop. Oh, yeah. Good. One more time. Hop. Oh, yeah. And Chumbi. Nice job. All right, guys. So for this drill today, I want you guys to do this drill 10 times going forward, 10 times going backwards. Of course, be careful of space. So right now, I have a ton of space here, but maybe you only have like 6 feet going forward. So you do the technique a few times going forward, you run out of space, go backwards. So that'd be like 2 or 3 times. And then I'm just gonna keep doing that until I reach 10. All right, guys, moving on up to our advanced belt forms. The first one, our red belt form, Hadan. Now, keep in mind, some of you guys did this to get your red belt. You still have to remember this form. If you don't remember this form come time for testing, you will not be able to test for your next belt. So keep practicing this form. So remember, this one starts feet together, right hand down, left hand overlacing the top. Good. He folds for a push block. Steps to the left, horse stance push block. Good. The most common mistake I see here is that we step to the right. Don't do that. We step to the left because if we were to actually try and push block the punch, we want to go away from it. Without moving his feet, he just does 2 punches. Good. Folding for a double block, you shift your stance from a horse stance into a back stance, double block over the head. Good. Keeping this hand closed, bring it in, brush block or hammer fist. Good. Adjusting into a fixed stance, punch out. Good. Slide your front foot back into a cat stance as you chop. Step forward, punch. Good. Look to the front. Punching hand folds on top for a low block, and you're going to do just that, front stance low block. Good. Raise it up. Step punch. Good. Grab that hand. Slide your feet together. pull, making a nice pizza box shape here. We don't want it too long. We don't want it too short. We want it to be looking kind of like a box pizza here. From here, side kick, land in a back stance, chop. Good. And then step forward, punch 1, and again quickly 2 with a shout. Oh, yeah. Good. Turn a pseudo block over your back shoulder, backhand as the block. Good. Step spear, shift your stance, back stance pseudo block. Good. Then you're going to do 2 back leg round kicks, each one landing in front, and then you're going to do a pseudo block after the second one. Go ahead. So back leg round kick 1, 2 back stance pseudo block. Good. Blocking hand folds on top for a low block. Front foot goes to the back, front stance low block. Good. Adjust your front foot into a back stance. Common mistake is that we adjust our back foot. It's our front foot that moves over. Back stance, cross body punch. More often than not, you'll hear me call it short punch. Doesn't mean it's short. It's coming across your body here. Step forward, short punch. Good. And one more. Good. Fold, hands back in a chamber. Adjust again your front foot into a front stance this time though. X block. Good. Then you open up your right hand, so it goes from here to here. Raise it up to shoulder level. Step through into a back stance and double elbow. Good. One elbow going towards the back here. The other one, you can think of it as an elbow. I usually just think of it more like a chamber. So I'm elbowing here and just chamber here nice and strong. Good. I'm going to show the fold first. So your left hand folds up as your right hand is down, but this happens as you bring your front foot to your back foot and you turn to face the other wall. Good. Good. Boom. And then you swipe block once and then twice. Key thing, make sure that your elbows slide on past. Good. And then back stance, pseudo block 1. Shuffle back stance, pseudo block 2 with a shout. And then right foot in to Goman, Chumbi, and relax. All right, guys, getting to some of our much more advanced forms. We're going on to our brown belt form by Sai. Keep in mind that a lot of the moves in this form you guys already know. So at brown belt, we're not really necessarily looking to see if you know the basics. We want to see more of that power, some fast forward and backward stepping motions, explosive blocks. Mr. Yang is not going to, he'll be doing that a little bit, but because I'll be talking through it, it won't show it quite as well. Make sure you're practicing strong. If you're practicing like this, then that's how you're going to do the form, and that's not exactly how a brown belt should be doing their forms anymore. So Chumbi for Bai Sai. Feet are together, hand is up in front of your face. He's going to twist over his left shoulder, smash back here, falling forward a little bit into a cross stance, downward back fist with a shout. Go ahead. Oh yeah! Good. Left hand folds on bottom, turn over your back shoulder, front stance, side block 1, and again 2. Good. A lot of this form is in pairs of moves like that. So it's a very powerful form, a very explosive form. Folding the left hand out for an inside forearm block, turn over your back shoulder, inside forearm block, and then side block. Again, nice and fast. Good. Punching hand. You're going to pick up the same side leg, your front knee, swipe, folding for an inside forearm block, and turning 90 degrees to your right or over your front shoulder. Go ahead. Front stance, inside forearm block, and then side block. There you go. Front foot steps forward, horse stance chop. Good. The most common mistake that I see here on that step is that instead of stepping forward, we step back. The way that I like to remember it is we're not blocking right now, so we're going to be very aggressive. We're stepping forward. And without moving anything, he punches. Good. Punching hand folds on bottom, pivot to the left. When we say pivot, I want that knee 1 inch off the floor, so it's going to be dropping super low like a lunge. Side block. Optional reach here as you shift back into a punch. Boom. Good. Same thing on the other side. So punching hand folds on bottom, pivot, side block, get that knee 1 inch off the ground, and punch. Good. Step forward, pseudo block. Forward pseudo block again. Backwards pseudo block. Press. Good. This is like framing your face. Picture. Let mom and dad get the nice picture. Step, pull through, side kick with a shout. Oh yeah! And then pseudo block in a back stance. Good. Step forward, back stance, pseudo block. Slide front foot to your, front foot to your back foot. Eye rake. Good. Now on your eye rake, you don't want to go super crazy. We're not ripping some guy's head in half and just scratching their eyes a little bit. Fold palms down, step forward, double punch to the gut. Again, keep this very tight. We don't want it wide. This wouldn't hit anybody. If I'm trying to double punch Mr. Yang, no good. So it's got to be in nice and tight so you can hit him. Reach your back hand as you shuffle lunge punch. Good. Fold for a groin strike. So your hand, punching hand opens up and comes back. Chamber hand just turns palm away like you're saying, hey, talk to the hand. Turn, groin strike. Good. Close everything, grab, slide front foot to back foot, crane block here. So this is a high side block. Normally our side blocks are blocking as high as our shoulder, but now our elbows as high as our shoulder, just for this particular block and the next one, because he's gonna fold side block hand on top. It's already up, so we're just gonna keep it up. Other hand goes on bottom. Turn around, go onto your toes, and just twist. Let your legs cross up as you pick up the back foot and crane block again. Good. Notice how this leg is nice and tight here. Good. Folding the high side blocking hand for a fan. Remember, fans fold on bottom, chops fold on top, fans fold on bottom. I remember because it's just got to fan it out sometimes. And then back stance, fan. Good. Nice and slow on that move. That one's not strong. Without moving this hand, I don't want to see it go up, down, sideways, wobble, anything. Stays right here. Back leg crescent kick, elbow, and then 9 block with the elbowing hand. So your right arm was elbowing and it drops down. Roll switch or switch twice. So 9, 1 and 2. Stack on your left. Switch. Remember when you switch, your hands have to turn. So right side, right hand is on bottom. Left side, left hand is on bottom. Sweep, back stance, double punch. Good. Most common mistake I see here is that we try and have our front hand on top. That is weird and your punches don't line up. So you want it to be like you're hitting their nose and their gut at the same time. Boom. Then stack on your right now, sliding back. Good. Notice right hand is on bottom. He's gonna switch. Notice the left hand is on bottom. Sweep with the right leg. Back stance, double punch. Good. Again, same mistake on this side. A lot of times we have it switched. Make sure that the back hand is on top. Good. Keeping your hands kind of in this position, so right handed stays on bottom. Just pull them in for a fold, for a side block. Back foot comes around, pivoted 1 inch off the ground with that knee. Side block 1. Good. Fold for another side block. Of course, the other hand. Pivot the other direction. Again, keep it nice and low. Notice his head didn't raise. Side block. Then we're going to go off to the 45, the front corner here. Shuffle back stance pseudo block, so shuffle back to right. There you go. And then fold for the other pseudo block, left hand. Shuffle front foot to back foot out, and with a shot. Awesome. And chumbi. And that is by side. Take your time on this form. It's a very complicated form. Get all those little details in there.
What's up, guys? I'm Mr. Yang here, and we're going to be doing something called the horse stance challenge. So what we got to do is just hold a horse stance for about 2 minutes and 45 seconds. I want to see if you guys can do it because I'm going to be doing this for my 2nd degree black belt test. So let's get started. In 3, 2, 1, go. I want you to make sure your back is straight. You can add punches in if you want to. I would like you to, definitely. It doesn't matter if they're fast or slow, as long as they aren't really sloppy, then that's all we really care about. So we're gonna keep on going. Making sure your back is all the way straight. If you feel you're starting to go up, and go even lower. And keep on going, you guys can do it. Start to get even lower. Don't get lazy on me now, let's go. Don't let those legs go up any higher than they are right now. Keep them at the same level. Keep on going, guys. Keep on going. We're almost there. More than halfway there. We got it. And you feel yourself getting lower? 4, 5, 50 seconds. $30 seconds left. You guys got it. You can do anything for 30 seconds. Let's go. Remember to keep that back straight. $10 seconds left. Come on, guys. We're almost done. And we're done. Great job, guys.